Hello and welcome. My name is Exalora Brownell. Joining me today is Veronica Santangelo. We'll be reviewing the service delivery requirements for ECLIPSE. Here are the ECLIPSE minimum service delivery requirements. We'll be reviewing each of these one by one throughout this webinar. Recruitment and outreach, pre-enrollment meetings, screenings, biopsychosocial assessment, individual care plan, referrals, individualized tier supports, in-home supports, transportation, classroom support, ongoing coordination, ongoing MDT meetings, and transition planning. We're going to start at the top of the graphic with recruitment and outreach and pre-enrollment meetings. Recruitment and outreach efforts can include reaching out and developing relationships within your community. You can access your local ICW and child welfare social workers, child welfare early learning navigators within DCYF, primary care providers, and public health nurses for referrals for children who may be eligible for ECLIPSE services. You will track and document referral types and engagement activities. Pre-enrollment meetings. Pre-enrollment meetings should be held prior to a child being enrolled in ECLIPSE. You will determine whether a pre-enrollment meeting is necessary using the referral and ECAP or early ECAP application, which includes reviewing the child's family priority points. This will inform the need for a pre-enrollment meeting and help determine eligibility for ECLIPSE services. Who should be at the table? Primary care providers, the referent, teachers, mental health staff, and other providers connected to the family. Pre-enrollment meetings will help you to be best informed and gather input to support the family and make individualized care plans.
The next two circles that we're going to look at are screenings and biopsychosocial assessment. That's a mouthful. Contractors must complete a social emotional screening focusing on the child with caregiver input. This screening would go beyond the screenings that are used in ECAP programming. The tools used must be normed and validated. And for example, if within your ECAP program you complete the DECA and there are behavior concerns present, you'll want to go ahead and then complete the DECA C to get deeper into where those concerns may be in the behavior continuum. You'll also want to administer screenings with caregivers. If you're sensing that there may be a level of stress or depression within the caregiver, you can use a normed and validated screening tool to work with the parents, such as the Parent Stress Index, pre, mid, and post completions, the maternal depression screening and evaluation, pre and post measure. We are asking that you do that with the parents if you're identifying stress, so that you can work with the parents to identify that and work through it. Stress is something that we all experience, and parents especially, so we want to be able to support them in their stress and anxiety through whatever it is that they're dealing with. In the biopsychosocial assessment circle, we're asking that if the screening that you have done, say for example, will follow the DECA C, is indicating that there are some concerns, what you'll want to do is have your licensed mental health professional conduct a biopsychosocial assessment if there's an identified need from screening results. Also, there could be caregiver reports of concerns and observations from early learning staff within the child's classroom that may also warrant a referral or an outreach to your licensed mental health professional. You want to ensure that the licensed mental health professional is trained in the application of the biopsychosocial assessment. And if they notice that there is indicators that there may be the ability to render a diagnosis, we're wanting your licensed mental health professional to use the classification tool DC 0 to 5, the diagnostic classification for children 0 to 5. And also, we would like the evaluator to complete an observation in the child's home environment with caregivers present, and also conduct a classroom observation in the child's classroom setting. The data collected may also be data from the referral source or allied service providers, the parents, and you'll want to create a diagnosis. You'll want to work with your licensed mental health professional as they develop a diagnosis and plan for interventions needed. Also will be included in the evaluation.
Now let's review the last three minimum service delivery requirements: ongoing coordination, ongoing MDT meetings, and transition planning. Ensuring coordination of services is important for families to make sure that services are not duplicated. All partners supporting a family should be connected to the individualized planning for the family. This could include, but is not limited to, the child's family, ECLIPSE and ECAP staff, school district staff, medical providers, or social workers. Multidisciplinary team meetings. Ongoing multidisciplinary or MDT meetings should be conducted at regular intervals. When available and needed, contractors must coordinate and provide wraparound intensive services or WISE meetings. If WISE is not available in a community, contractors must still provide MDT family meetings. These meetings should include the family, allied service providers, ECLIPSE and ECAP staff working with the family, and again, having all providers at the table will help to eliminate any duplication of services. Lastly, contractors must provide transition planning. These plans also should include all of the family's service providers and the family. These plans are intended to provide mental health transition planning above what ECAP and early ECAP provides for transitions. A transition plan should be completed before a child exits the ECLIPSE program and goes to another early learning environment. This could include moving to ECAP or early ECAP, ending ECLIPSE services, transitioning from ECLIPSE and B5 ECAP into another early learning environment, transitioning to kindergarten, or transitioning from an IFSP or IEP. Mental health transition planning will support children who need continued care and supports exiting ECLIPSE services as needed. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, please contact Exalora Brownell or Veronica Santangelo at the emails on your screen.